Did you know that crocheting can damage your eyes if you don't take breaks and work in poor lighting? To help prevent eye strain while crocheting, you can take breaks every 20 minutes to rest your eyes. Change your focus every 20 minutes or so. Use a magnifying stand or a round the neck magnifier. Read through your pattern before you start your project. Hello, Mavis here. Welcome back to iMavis. If you have not subscribed, please do and turn on that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. And today I'm making a beret. This beret that I'm making today is from a potholder. This potholder on your screen right now. This is a cis spray and I'll be using white and I'll use the blue chain. If you're a beginner, you make a slip knot. So you're holding your hook, inserting it between or putting it between the strands, and then take the strand, the shorter one, the back, and start crocheting, and that is your knot. So now we are going to crochet 4 chains. That's 2 and 3 and 4. Count as a double crochet and a chain, because this is what we'll be working with, double crochet and a chain. So now we are going to do your double crochet on the first chain. So this is a double crochet, yarning over and going to your stitch there. So this is where we are going to do and chain 1 and going back to the same stitch again, doing your double crochet and chain 1. Don't forget to chain 1 in between. So we are going to have 7 double crochet after the chain, so including the chain, which means you have 8 double crochets. So this is where you're going to do your slip stitch. On this space here, you're going to insert your hook and pull everything out. So that's your slip stitch, and you're done with the first round. We are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and this chain 3 will work as a double crochet. So we are going to double crochet into the same space again and chain 1. So what we are going to be working on now is 2 double crochet and chain 1. Already we are done with our 2 double crochets and chain 1. So we are going to do that in all these spaces. Our second one, chain 1, and chain 1. So do this around. Now that you have 8 groups of 2 double crochets, slip stitch on the 3rd chain of your 3rd chain. Remember that the chain that we made, counting 1, 2, 3, that's where you're going to slip stitch. On our 3rd round, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now that you have chain 3, you are going to work on the next stitch. They're going to do double crochets on this every space here. We are going to do 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. So that's what you'll be working with now. 3 double crochet and chain 1. Let's do the second one. 2, 3, and chain 1. Do this until this point here, our first chain here. So what you're going to do is 2 double crochet after chaining 1 before you slip stitch, and you're going to slip stitch into that space. Now we're working on our 4th row. We're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and double crochet in the same space, and chain 1 and double crochet again, 2 double crochet in the same space, and chain 1, and go to the next space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet twice, and then chain 1. So that's what you're going to be working on: 2 double crochets in a space, and a chain, and a 2 double crochet. So do this until the end. So now we're going to slip stitch. You're going to slip stitch from the chain here. So we're going to do the on that chain, on the 3rd chain. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3 on the 3rd space there of the chain. You slip stitch, so you have something that looks like this. So what we're going to do now, we're going to fasten off, because now we're going to use our white yarn. I don't know if you'll be able to see this white yarn. That's the problem I have with crocheting with white yarn. So this is my yarn. Normally I make a slip knot, and then I'll start from, this is how I do my slip knots. So since I did my slip knot here, so I'm going to start on this space here. So we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to chain 4, and now this will count as a stitch. So you're going to chain 4 and go to the next stitch and do 3 double crochets there. See, I'm crocheting on this because I want my yarn, all these tails or the ends, to be under my stitches. So in these spaces, all the spaces, you're going to do 3 double crochets. That's 2, that's 3. So you're going to do 3 double crochets all around. Let me try and make it a little bit reasonable for us to see. So this is what you're going to be doing: 3 double crochets and chain 1, and next one you're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now you have 3 double crochets and chain 1, and go to the next one. The next one between these stitches here, each and every space, that's what we are working on. So we are going to do 3 double crochets there too. So 1, make sure that those 2, 3. So this is how it looks like. So you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1 all around until the end. On the last stitch, you're going to chain 1, and you continue with your 2 double crochets because you already have 1 there, and this is how you slip stitch. Before you slip stitch, we are going to join this yarn here. Now we're going to do what you're going to do. Instead of just slip stitching using the white one, you're going to insert your hook there and pull the blue chain yarn through that space and slip stitch. Now you have 2 yarns with you. You're going to drop the white one. Don't cut it, but you're going to drop it and use the blue chain yarn. So you pull it like that so that it doesn't get loose. So this is how it looks like. Now we are going to chain 3. This chain 3 with this, with that blue chain, and then in the same space, so we're going to hold this yarn because you don't need to be like loose. Hold them and pull them nicely, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet. So this we are repeating what we did in round 4. So that's what you're going to do. A double crochet. This counts as a stitch. Now you have 2 double crochets. Chain 1 and do 2 double crochets again. 1, 2. So this is how a row 6 looks like, will look like. So after this you're going to chain 1 and then continue to the next stage, and you drop your white yarn and continue with the blue one. So the blue one, we are going to work with it again, hold it in there so that it doesn't. 1, 2, or chain 1. We're not doing 3. We do 2 double crochet into the same space, chain 1 and another 2 double crochet. This is what we did on row 4. So you're going to repeat round 4 all around. So you're going to slip stitch on the 3rd chain, counting from down here, 1, 2, 3. This is our 3rd one, and slip stitching both 2 yarns, and then now you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. So this is what you have now. So you're going to do 2 double crochet in each and every space. This counts as a stitch. Now we are going to do 2 double crochet in each and every space. So you're going to double crochet. It's quite thick now, but yeah. So this is what you have, and you're going to chain 1 and go to the next stitch, which is between these 2. So you're going to do 2 double crochet in each of these. Already chain 1 and into that space there, and I will do 1 double crochet and slip stitch on this space here to create that double crochet, that 2 double crochet effect. And now I'm going to change or switch to this yarn. I am going to slip stitch. I'm going to fasten off, and I can start from any space, chain to start my 8th row. So I'm going to switch back to this yarn that I started with. So I will use it here. So I'm going to do the same thing, 2 groups of double crochets, which are 32 groups of double crochet. If you count from here, all these groups are 32. So we're still going to repeat the same thing. I'll start here and chain 3. I will chain 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and chain 1, go to the next 1, 2. So just continue doing this up until the end. Now at the end, I've chained 1 and double crochet and slip stitch. So I'm going to repeat this row now. This is the white row, which is the how many row? 1 2 3 4, the fifth row. I'm going to repeat the fifth row, which is chaining 3 1 2 3, and in the same space I'll chain 2, the same yarn, chain 1 and go to the next, and I'm going to be doing 3 double crochet in each and every space. So do this in each and every space, 3 double crochet and chaining 1 till the end. Now we're going to slip stitch on the third row or the third stitch of the chain. 1 2 3, insert our hook there, and we're going to use our blue yarn. So this is how we're going to do slip stitch, pull to secure, and leave this yarn because we don't want to cut our yarn, so we'll not cut this yarn, just edit the blue one, and we're going to continue doing the same thing as we did on this 9th row. So this is our 10th row, and we are going to crochet 3, we chain 3, and then go to the next round and do our 3 double crochets again. So we're going to continue with our 3 double crochets. So you have something that looks like this, and then you chain 1 and go to the next. So you're going to do exactly what you did on round 9. And then chain 1, you go to the next and do 3 double crochets. Do this until the end. So this is our last stitch. I'll do my 2 double crochets there, and this is the third one, so I'm going to slip stitch into the space there to create the third chain so that it has that. So I'll just show you how it looks. This is how it looks, guys. It's pretty. So I'm going to insert it here and chain 3, 1 2 3. After chaining 3, you go to the next stitch and 3 double crochet and chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. You do this until you have 13 rows. I'm going to say it's not 12, but it has to be 13 before we do our decrease. So repeat the same stitch until you have 13 rows. Now I have my 13th row. You can see it's starting to fold the beads, but yeah, now we're going to decrease for it to have that beret effect. So on decrease, we're going to chain 1 after slip stitching. After chaining 3, going to chain 1 2 3. After chaining 3, we are going to do double crochet. So we're going to do 2 double crochets, which this chain counts as a stitch. So here we're going to put only 1 double crochet and chain 1 and go to the next stitch and put 3 double crochets. You have to do 3 double crochets and chain 1, and on the next you do 2 double crochets. So you're going to be alternating this 3 and 2. So you're going to do this until the end. So this is my last stitch before the slip stitch. So the last one here is 3. The last one here is 3 double crochets in 1 chain space. Now I'm going to slip stitch on this chain on the 3rd chain. So counting from down here, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll slip stitch. After the slip stitch, you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, 3 double crochet in the next chain space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next one, 1, 2, and on the next 3 double crochet, 1, 2. So you are going to alternate chain, 3 double crochet, chain, 2 double crochet, chain, 3 double crochet. So you're going to alternate this until the end. And this is our last stitch. Chain 1 and double crochet there, 1 double crochet and slip stitch. So now you're going to chain 3 now, chain 3 and 2 and do 1 double crochet, chain 1 and go to the next and do 3 double crochets. So this is what you're going to be doing. Going to repeat this. It's still the same like the previous round. So alternate 3 double crochets and 2 double crochets. So do this until the end, and don't forget to chain 1 in between. Now we're at the end. We're going to chain 1 and slip stitch on the 3rd chain. 2, 3. You're going to chain 3. That's 3. Oh, sorry about that. Now you chain 3. You're going to do 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. So you're going to do double crochet here, double crochet on the chain space, double crochet each and every space. On each and every stitch you're going to do double crochet, just between here, between the stitches. So that's what you'll be doing, double crochet all around. Now this is our last stitch. We're going to slip stitch on the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, and the slip stitch there. Now we're going to chain 3 and do the front on the front stitch. So on the next we are going to insert your hook from the back to the front to the back, yarn over, pull through, and then you normal double crochet. And then on the next, in the front to the back to the front, that's how you do it. So you're going to do this all around. This will be our last stitch on ribbing, last row. So now before that, this is my last stitch of ribbing here on this row. So I'll slip stitch on the third chain, so I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now since this is a front ribbing, I'm going to start on it again. So I'm going to go underneath it. Now it's easier because you can see the bump where it is, so you just do your stitches nicely. So it's the same thing that we did on the last row, so we're going to repeat that all around. And this is our last stitch, slip stitch on the third stitch, and fasten off. So this is how our beret looks like.